Sup people, Baseballer here, and in this video, I'm going to rank the top 5 strongest, the final power level warrior characters. Now the reason why I'm not doing a top 10 is because it is going to get really confusing. And obviously I did have one of my older videos to reference this. However, that video, I don't know, I kind of consider it kind of outdated, and there could be certain like things that you have to factor in. And I don't want to get all crazy with that. But from my previous video, I'll try and link in the description if I remember. That one, it's pretty much all the characters had the same exact stats. I had them all maxed out, and I transformed them to their strongest form and everything. And from there, that's pretty much how our first two picks are gonna go. But the last three are just insane. It's really crazy. So, anyway, I'm going to get started with the number 5 slash number 6 spot. I'm going to be playing as only one of the characters, though. The one I prefer out of the two. No hate to the other character, but number 5 is going to be Rayon slash Risotto. Okay? So, obviously, again, like I said, in that video, they were both tied, and I decided just, on here, give them the same spot as well. I mean, what I could do is max out all their key upgrades and everything, but obviously that would take forever considering there's no more ads or anything. But I feel like these two are still probably at the same power level. If not, Rayon might be a little bit stronger, but I mean, literally number by number, they were the exact same power level, so I don't think that's changed. If it has, then we'll probably never know about it, but I don't think that has changed at all. But yeah, that's Risotto, and Rayon goes to our number 5 spot. Number 4 is going to be Sickle, okay? Believe it or not, yes, it's Sickle, okay? Now, here's the thing. Again, Sickle, well, none of these characters really had premium forms back then. Or Awakening 4s at that. The only characters with Awakening 4s were Carrot and Vegetable, which might confuse people like, oh, aren't Carrot and Vegetable the strongest? No. They had their Awakening 4s, the other characters didn't, so they don't count on that list. I mean, maybe Vegetable is stronger in some way than some characters, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to go ahead and assume that they were a little bit weaker than I'd say even number 7 in their Awakening 3s. But yeah, Sickle is our number 4 spot because with all his stats upgraded, he is a lot stronger than, obviously, like I said, the other two. And here's the other thing that I also didn't factor into this, is the fact that Lionel is a character that also has a high power level. But again, I don't know where he stands. He might be stronger than I think. He might be weaker than I think. Who knows? But I can't really, figure that out at the moment. I do know that Lionel does have a pretty decent power level. So if you are thinking about trying to max upgrade him or whatever, I would consider it. He also does a lot of damage as well. So that's pretty much it for Sickle. As far as Sickle goes, Sickle is our number 4 spot. Number 3 is going to go, unfortunately, to Rice, okay? So Rice, obviously, he has a premium form. So that's already going to make him at advantage over most of the characters. But he is one of the weaker 2 characters on my previous list. Okay? And the reason why I decided to put him on here is because, well, obviously, he's one of the stronger characters, but it's because of the fact that he has a premium form. However, he is below Corn, because Corn, on that previous list, is stronger than Rice. So, obviously, yeah. And might as well just transfer into it, or transition into it. Number 2 is going to be Corn, okay? Now, I do have an honorable mention, okay? And I think I've already mentioned him. But anyway, I'm just going to, talk about Corn. So, Corn, I think he had one of these stronger power levels on the list. However, I mean, guys, he's Definitely, like I said, definitely stronger than Rice. He is definitely stronger than a lot of characters. I'd say he was in the middle when it came to his power level, like somewhere in the middle. I haven't watched the whole video, but he's, yeah, definitely stronger than Rice and everything. And that's actually pretty much all I have to really say about him. You know, it's not like I'm gonna go into super detail as to why that is or anything. That's pretty much it. Our honorable mention is going to be Lionel. Now, the reason why I made Lionel an honorable mention is because he's kind of a wild card, like I said. Like I said, I made that video before the new characters, like both of the characters on screen right now weren't even in the game as playable characters until after I made that video. So that's why Lionel is the wild card. I know for a fact Hobbset isn't really that powerful, but I know that Lionel is somewhere up there. He is pretty damn powerful. I don't know exactly where he's at. I'd say maybe he sits right before Rayon and Rosado. But yeah, he's definitely one of the stronger characters. And like I said, the main reason why I'm putting him as the honorable mention is because of his damn damage. His damage output is amazing. I do not advise spamming his secondary ability, though, because it can harm you if you're trying to fight an enemy that has a way stronger power level than you, okay? Otherwise, it is cool. The number one strongest character in this game, surprisingly, even without a premium transformation in his Awakening 4, is Mirror. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Even in my previous video, I think he was the number one strongest character. I can't remember. But guys, his freaking multiplayer his multiplier is out of this world, guys. He is insane. Okay? There is a downside to him, though, that I do want you guys to consider. Because in textbook, like I said, he is, you know, the number one character, obviously, on textbook. His multiplier is the strongest, and again, some of you guys are going to be confused, like, oh, how come your Rice is stronger than him? Well, that's because I upgraded Rice more than him, obviously, check the levels and everything, but his multiplier is insane. If you guys are thinking about using a character just for power level or whatever, go for a Mirror. But just keep this in mind. He is high maintenance, and what that means is you have to constantly charge his ki, which also the premium forms are kind of like that too, so that isn't really too big of a deal. But you also have to consider the fact that his power level drains along with his ki. Like, I'm gonna fight this character, and look, I'm already down like 15 or 12% of his total power level is gone already. 12%. That might not seem like a lot, but it is. Trust me. That 12% matters when you're trying to fight stronger opponents. Although, if you do constantly charge your ki after you knock them back, that's obviously an easy fix. However, sometimes, like me, I'll just get in the groove, like with Rice, and I'll just constantly start countering the enemy's attacks and everything. And that's how that goes. Because I don't have to charge his ki as much. Which, like I said, the premium forms, you do have to charge their ki still quite a bit. But it's not as bad as Mirrors. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was insightful for those of you who are trying to figure out which character you want to use. Those are your best bets. Obviously, if you have different versions of the game, unfortunately, due to the circumstance that we're in, like I said, I did make a previous video about this, and if you do have a version with Lionel, I would advise using him. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one, whenever that may be. Have a nice day. Goodbye.